Welcome to 7 Report. Today we're getting our very first look at the VapeFly Nicolas MTL flavor tank provided by our friends at Heaven Gifts. VapeFly is one of the newest manufacturers in the vape industry. They were established in 2017. Their website lists 3 different tanks and a variety of replacement coils for each tank. Our friends at Heaven Gifts sent one of the Nicolas tanks for review. So what we're going to do is switch our camera angle, open up the box, go over some of the specs, how to fill the tank, fill it up, let that new coil soak in some e-juice for a while, and then come back to this angle and get a very first vape on the VapeFly Nicolas MTL flavor tank provided by our friends at Heaven Gifts. Technically, the full name of this product is the VapeFly Nicolas MTL mouth to lung flavor tank. It's a top filler with a 3 ml capacity, and it comes with a 0.6 ohm Nicolas coil installed, and it also has a replacement 1.8 ml coil, and VapeFly includes an extra glass tube and a set of replacement O-rings and an owner's manual. Now, to replace the coil, you unscrew the base of the tank, and then you simply pull the coil out, like so. Now, VapeFly refers to this as the plug-pull mechanism. Then to replace it, you just simply push it back into the upper part of the tank until it's in there nice and snug, and that's all you have to do. No screwing or fidgeting, just plug and pull. Now, if you're using a new coil, like we are right here, you want to be sure and prime it first. So we're going to go ahead and put a drop or 2 of e-juice down into the center and a drop onto the cotton that is visible through those e-juice flow ports. So let me go ahead and get our e-juice. We're using Cinnanuts from Vapes Gone Wild. My only fear is that this might be a little sloppy since we're having to hold on to it and push it back in there, but just go ahead and put a drop in there and then hit that cotton. That's visible through those flow ports. And then we just push it back in until it's seated in there nice. There's not even a discernible click, but you can tell when it's in there all the way. Then we just screw the base back on. Make sure that's on there good and snug so we don't get any leaking. Now, VapeFly does ship the tank with that 0.6 ohm coil installed, and it has a suggested wattage range of 18 to 25 watts. The replacement 1.8 ohm coil has a suggested range of 9 to 13 watts. Now, to fill the tank, you just unscrew the top, and we're going to put some e-juice right down inside. Let's go ahead and do that. Being careful not to get any in that center hole and not to overflow it. And then we put the top cap back on. Now, before we vape, we're going to go ahead and let that coil soak in that e-juice for a few minutes since it is brand new, to make sure it's nice and saturated and we don't get any dry hits off of it. The Nicolas tank does have adjustable airflow, and there are 5 airflow holes on one side, and there's one on the back. Let's see if I can get that to where it's open. There we go. So there's a small one in the back if you like a very tight draw, which closes the other 5. Or then there's 5 here, and you can have any combination of those 5 holes exposed. All 5 of them for the airiest draw, 4, 3, 2, or 1. And you can experiment with that once you, to figure out how much airflow you really like to personalize your vape. And that's really about it. We're going to go ahead and put this on the VapeFly Vex 150 mod. And then we're going to let that coil soak for, 5 minutes or so, I suppose, before we give it a very first vape. And that is pretty much it for the VapeFly Nicolas MTL flavor tank. And again, we want to thank our friends at Heaven Gifts for supplying it. Well, that Nicolas 0.6 ohm coil has been soaking in that Cinnanuts e-juice for about 5 minutes or so now. I have it on the VapeFly Vex 150 TC mod. We have it set at 20 watts. Recommended wattage range on this particular coil is 18 to 25 watts, so we're sort of in the middle of the range. Have the airflow control fully open, and let's go ahead and give it a very first vape. This again is the VapeFly Nicolas MTL flavor tank provided by our friends at Heaven Gifts. That's not too bad. That does have just a little bit of that. A lot of these organic cotton coils have a little initial flavor of the cotton coming through, but generally that goes away after vaping for just a very few minutes. But it's a nice amount of vapor. The airflow, even with all 5 of these holes open, a little on the tight side. I prefer a little airier vape, but we'll see how that breaks in. The flavor, though, starting to pop already. The cinnamon from that Cinnanuts coming through pretty good at 20 watts. Again, fair amount of vapor. The drip tip is a little on the small side. Feels very tiny in my mouth, especially compared to using the Kangertech 5.6 or the Smock TFV8 that I've been using. It's reading this coil at 0.61 ohms, so that is definitely within that margin of error. VapeFly says that it's a 0.6 ohm coil. Let's go ahead and take it up to, let's go to 22.5 and split the difference between 20 and the upper range of this coil, which it's rated up to 25 watts. So 22.5 watts. That flavor popping just a little bit more, just 2.5 watts more of power going through it. That's not bad, especially for only 22.5 watts. I bet that the battery life is going to be greatly enhanced vaping at this lower wattage level than what I'm used to. And the vapor production is not bad at all. It's just a little bit on the noisy side with all 5 of those holes open, but I can get over that pretty quickly, as long as the flavor is good. Not bad, not bad at all for a first look at a first product from a very new company, VapeFly. They were just established earlier this year in 2017, provided by our friends at Heaven Gifts. I'm going to be using the VapeFly Nicolas MTL flavor tank pretty extensively over the next few weeks, and then I'll come back and publish a full in-depth review. If you follow 7 Report on Twitter or Facebook, you'll find out that way when that review has been posted. Again, I want to thank our friends at Heaven Gifts for providing the VapeFly Nicolas tank for a 7 Report review. They have it available in black or stainless steel like we have here. Now, the list price is $32, but right now they have it priced at $26. And in the description section of this video on the YouTube channel and the article on our website, 7report.com, I will have a link to the product page for the VapeFly Nicolas tank on Heaven Gifts website so you can find out more about it. Maybe order one for your own if you like. Yeah. That cotton taste is almost all gone, and the cinnamon is really starting to come through. in that Cinenuts e-juice. Well, thanks again to Heaven Gifts. Thank you for being with us today on 7 Report. I hope that you will subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website, 7report.com. We update both of them all the time with hardware, e-juice reviews, and a whole lot more. So please do keep coming back. And again, thank you for being with us today on 7 Report.